Alright everybody, good morning. So behind me you're going to see the entrance to Jiu-Jitsu World League. Today is June 20th. This is probably my most favorite part about Jiu-Jitsu, and that's coaching. There is nothing like, especially the kids, there is nothing like watching these kids walk out onto those mats, confident, strong, putting themselves to the test, seeing all of their work, and just watching all of the excitement and helping them through sometimes what can be kind of tough, but most of the time it can be super, super fun. It's such a great learning experience. So remember, mental health starts early. What are you doing as parents to show up for your kids, and how are you helping your kids show up for themselves? Let's go inside and take a look. All right.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
How do we know Tractor?
Because remember, Tractor came when he first was coming into Phoenix.
Yeah.
Sean gave him a great opportunity to come and be at the gym, so he started the 7 a.m. Nogi class. And
That's
it was
right.
packed all summer his first year.
No way.
But then everybody, was back to work and
Yep.
back to school and all
Yep.
that kind of stuff. And then I think it was me, Parker, Aiden. Christina came once in a while.
Yeah.
And then it just slowly kind of tapered off.
Yeah.
But then I trained with him probably 3 mornings a week. So 6 months before Nogi Worlds 2024,
Yeah.
I would train in the morning, and then once or twice a week I would go back and train again because Sean would do the Nogi camp at night, so I would do that, or with Gabriel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Sean gave him an opportunity to train it there, and then there just wasn't enough people coming to the 7 a.m. anymore,
Which makes sense.
so then he went down to Fight Ready. So he's at Fight Ready for a while.
Yeah.
And then now he opened his own place. So it was really, really neat. He was so emotional today, and it was just so cool to see somebody's dream.
Yeah. Yep.
Coming true.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And it's really cool to know the person too. It's one thing to see someone's vision come to life. It's another that you've actually seen the person.
Yeah. Right.
On their journey into making it.
Yeah. Being on the mats, talking about, hey, someday I really want to, my goal someday is to own my own gym out here. And, I think sometimes for our Brazilian friends and family, I think probably sometimes it can probably be harder.
Yeah.
Because when I was talking to him and Renata, I think it was, it was kind of hard trying to find a spot.
Yeah.
To open up, and then I think God just kind of was like, boop, here you go, this is it.
Yeah.
And then it was great. It was great to see them.
I feel like what's not really that much talked about is how supportive other jiu-jitsu gyms to other jiu-jitsu gyms.
Yeah, it's a community.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a community. And I think if we're being really transparent, right? And I know everybody's going to watch this. I'm just saying, I think sometimes you get a little intimidated because you're like, oh my God, I love my gym and I support my gym, but I also support, other people too.
Yep,
and that doesn't mean anything but the fact that I just support and love everybody.
Yes.
Most everybody.
Yep.
I'm just saying, you're going to give people support to those that you really want.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I truly feel like a lot of people don't understand other gym owners are supportive of other gym owners.
Of course. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, as long as there's good blood and, good love and good energy and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I absolutely think so. And I think that, you can, if you're training and you're, going to open mats or whatever it is, that stuff only makes you better. I honestly do believe that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I'm leaving my gym or that I'm not supportive or anything like that. It's just, I love to see other people do so well and to be able to support that.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean's had that. We started at knockout
in a corner.
And then we all helped him, a lot of us helped him get into the Circle K gym.
Yeah.
I call it Circle K gym. That's what it was.
Yes.
And then, now look where we're at. And now, it's like I tell him all the time. I'm like, I don't know how, I have absolutely no idea how much longer they're going to be able to stay there.
Yeah.
Where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Because it is so packed.
Yeah.
And such a great problem to have.
Yes.
That's what I always say. So,
the community there is just outstanding.
Yeah.
The way that people are supportive as well.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe the type of culture that we're trying to mold or that we are molding as well is trying to break out the norm of like it's either my gym or no gym.
Yeah, and I think that, I think sometimes, if we're being transparent.
Yeah.
I know Sean's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know sometimes like I'm like, gosh, I don't want anybody taking anything the wrong way of me like Lotus is my home.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my home.
Yep.
But I do firmly believe that training in s- some other places is
Yes.
very good for you.
Yep. Yep.
Um, that is how I have been able to meet so many women in the
Yep.
jiu-jitsu community,
Yep.
right? And we have like on Instagram, there's a huge group chat that we have.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, I mean, just like today, gosh, being down there and seeing Megaton come in and then, seeing Mateos fly in from Jersey for him and
Wow.
his buddy and then Tractor's buddy Ash coming in from Miami, like
Yeah.
people flying in just for like 2 days from the community to be there to support him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know for Sean, when we moved from Knockout and we moved here, there I'm like, how many of us showed up there at that morning and were knocking out walls and doing everything to
Yes.
get that
Yeah.
situated there, and then the same thing again, painting and doing everything we were doing over at the new gym,
Yeah.
right? So it's like when you build that community, when you build it, they will come,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. But yeah, to your point, it's really, really very unique to see in the jiu-jitsu community, how people really do come together for each other and how supportive they really can be.
It really, really is, and I'm
Hmm.
just really thankful. I'm thankful that everybody is that supportive because, I mean, just back in the day, I know, especially for me, like growing up, doing martial arts and doing like Muay Thai
Mm,
and stuff like that.
mhm, mhm.
Back home, it was so like strict. Like you're not allowed.
This gym and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like I solely still remember how everything used to be. And keep in mind too, like there would be a Muay Thai gym right here that I'm going to,
Mhm.
and literally right across the street,
Mhm. There's another one.
there's another
Right.
one,
Right.
and you weren't allowed. And sometimes your friends are over there training,
Right.
and you're not allowed to train with your friends and stuff. And
Right.
I remember, and it still gets stuck in my head right now. I remember growing up, and the thing that my coach used to say was, our way is the best way, and if you lose, it's not because of us, it's because of you.
Oh,
I
sheesh.
remember
That kicks
that.
hard.
Yes, it was like,
Jeez.
whoa, it was like, yeah, because you weren't good enough. I'm like,
Yeah.
you sure it wasn't like the limited supply of the tools that I had in my toolbox?
Right.
It's
Right.
like,
Right.
man, it's
Exactly.
crazy. Which I'm thankful for my grandfather because my grandfather didn't listen to that. He's like, all right, we're gonna go on like a 2 week vacation,
Right.
and we
And we
went and
train.
trained at another gym just
Yeah.
to learn a technique. But
Yeah. But then you're more you're just putting more tools in your tool bag and then being able to come back and share that. You
yes,
know what I mean? I mean, I was
yeah,
talking with somebody with today during the seminar we were talking about that and we were talking about how nice it is to be able to, go other places and train and then be able to be even more equipped, right? And then
yes,
you're learning different things, being a better version of yourself, but that doesn't ever mean that you're leaving your home or anything like that. You know what
one
I
hundred
mean?
percent. Do you think that that's ego,
Mm,
or is
maybe. I
or
don't
is it an
know.
old mentality?
Maybe. I mean, and then I think a lot of professors are probably really protective too. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, um, I mean, I would hate to think that anybody would be like, it's my way or the highway,
yeah,
because in the jiu-jitsu community, I mean, now,
yep,
okay, so like if we're being honest, like you also have to remember that like I think we know in our community who and where are good places to go and train,
yes,
right?
yes,
Um and because when we go to tournaments or whatever and we're all there together or whatever, I mean you see the different calibers,
yep,
I mean you see the different calibers, but like when we were talking in our first podcast,
yep,
right? Um it's a vibe. So I
yes.
mean, there are places that you can go and you can vibe really well and you feel great. And there are places where I'm like,
This
no,
ain't
I'm
it.
not going to open that there."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
yes,
mean, that's just, that's a
yeah,
personal thing, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe ego plays into it a little bit for some. I think people need to let that go.
yes,
I
yeah,
mean, I really do. I think people need to let that go. But
yeah,
I mean, because I think if you if you feel like that as a professor, I feel like you're just not you're not leading by example,
Yeah.
but then you're also like I don't know, maybe taking away other resources or something. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
1000%. I feel that's exactly what it is, right? You kind of feel like you're stealing people or whatever, or whatnot, but it really
It's
isn't, man.
not. Yeah, it's not.
That's not really it. Like,
No.
but it will leave a bad taste in people's mouths if they
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah, for sure. So, like leading all into this, I think tonight's episode we were going to really start talking about mat etiquette too.
Yes.
Yeah. My
Yes.
God. Oh Lord, have mercy. Mat etiquette.
The mat etiquette
Oh.
part about everything. Well, before we get into
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we get into that main
Yep.
subject, you were coaching at
Yes.
Jiu-Jitsu World
Yeah,
League.
I love it. I love coaching. It's
How was
so
that?
fun. It's
Really?
so fun. Yes. I mean, other than having laryngitis for a couple of days afterwards. It's so fun. This year has been really it's crazy. We were talking about seasons with your jujitsu. So
Yep.
2024, I was all about okay, it's time to start competing again.
Okay.
Okay, so did Nogi World,
Yep.
did great at Nogi Worlds, was very felt great about that one. Um 2025, I still was really hungry to compete again. So I would register for a few. I didn't get
Yeah.
anybody. And then made it to Pans. I was made 3 for Pans, which was Master 4.
No
Made 3 for Pans in
way.
my weight division, which was really great. Took second at Pans. Really messed up my second fight, but it was a great learning opportunity.
Yep.
Hit my first guillotine for my
Wow.
to win my first match, which was great. So I felt really good about that.
Yeah.
And then 2026, so this year,
Yep.
I signed up for 2 or 3 different opens, didn't get anybody. Signed up for nationals, which was this weekend, didn't get anybody for nationals for Nogi. Um, and then I don't know. So then this season has felt like it's been more about coaching this year,
Wow.
which, like I said, again, I'm like, maybe I just haven't been getting anybody because like around those certain times,
Hmm.
I think Jiu-Jitsu World League was happening, so I was still able to be home and go coach. And I
Yeah.
think every Jiu-Jitsu World League that's been here this year, except for maybe one, I've been able to be down and coach. And
Yeah.
same at the in-houses, which has been great.
Yep.
And being able to ref too. Like one of the in-houses I told Sean, I was like, I think I'm ready to start reffing too. And he was like, oh God. But he was like, yeah, he's like, go for it.
That's awesome.
So Gabriel was like, okay, he's like, I'll sit at the table and you ref. And
Yeah.
then he's like, if you're unsure, just look at me and I'll either tell you yes or no. And I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was sweating super bad. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in my home gym reffing and I'm thinking it's like fucking world. Right?
I mean, but the fact that you
So
treat
funny.
it as it was worlds,
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
that's awesome.
Right. But it's another challenge. So
Yes.
where I'm going with that is like your jujitsu goes in seasons, and I
Yes.
think you have to really understand how to be okay with that. So yeah, so I mean, coaching this
Yeah.
year has really, really, really been just really focusing in on coaching the kids.
Yes.
Now, I love the adults too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there is nothing like seeing those kids
Yeah.
walk into and off that mat, either way how they feel.
Yeah.
Because either way is an opportunity for them to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either way. And I get so choked up and so emotional. Like last weekend, Isaac,
Yeah.
I always say their last name wrong.
Yes.
Olivia's brother.
Yes. But yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hit a freaking Americana.
Yeah.
And I was losing my mind.
No way.
Losing my mind because every other time I've coached him, he was so timid.
Yeah.
And last weekend he was just like a wrecking ball. And I was like, oh my God, it was so amazing. So amazing. I think that's the video I sent you, right?
Yeah, yep.
And it was so amazing. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my God, he's going to hit an Americana. Oh my God, he just hit the Americana. And I was freaking out. It was so awesome. And then Olivia, his sister,
Yep.
and his mom,
Yep.
they were across from me, right? And I could see them like just freaking celebrating. And then Isaac comes off the mat and he's like
stoic.
Nothing. No excitement. No, let's party. No, nothing. I was like, what is wrong with you, man? You're just hitting Americana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, that was really cool. And then Olivia, I love coaching her.
Yep.
Her confidence, just every Jiu-Jitsu World League, she like blows up and she is killing it right now.
That girl has gotten so
good,
yeah,
so fast. Her and
so
Samira
good.
both.
Yeah.
So good, so
Yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah.
So fast. Zamira is like a mini Lada.
Mm.
That's how I mean, 'cause she trains with her all the time,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
And so I remember one day training with her, training with Z, and I was like, what's happening here? She's like almost kicking my ass. What is happening here? And I was loving it. Like I was smiling so hard
Yeah.
because that's what you love to see that growth coming out of the kids. I
Yes.
remember like with my own son coming through the program, Andrew was really great at jujitsu. He really
Yes.
was. It took
Yeah.
him a while to get there, but then when he found his rhythm, he was doing really, really
Yeah.
good. And just being able to see that level of confidence in your own kids is just so rewarding. But then, like I said, I mean, again, last weekend was just a perfect storm of all of the training and
Yep.
watching the kids and seeing their level of confidence. And, sometimes there are a couple of matches too where I have to look at the kids and be like, get your shit together. And
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say that to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not
Yep.
because
Yep. Yep.
they know I'm being like it true intention,
Yes.
all my love,
Yep.
right? But like, and Olivia knows that. I mean, I said that to her last Jiu-Jitsu World League. She was just acting crazy, and
Yeah.
I was like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
And then she killed it, killed it, killed it. I mean, it was just amazing. And her mom and I were laughing about that this
Yeah.
last weekend because she was like, I had to leave early.
Yeah.
And so I don't think one of her matches went so well. And her mom was like, she was like, just kind of in her head because she was like, if Amanda was here, I probably would have done way better. And then your mom was like, yeah. And she would have said, get your shit together, Olivia. So it's fun to build the relationship with the kids.
Yes.
It's fun to see that level of confidence.
Yeah.
And then the adults are a different level.
Yes.
The adults, it's like, it's watching a mom or a dad
Yes.
with a career, with a family,
Yep.
and all of the sacrifices that they're making for
Ooh.
themselves and their families as well.
Yep.
And then seeing them go out there and put themselves to the test.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that feels like it's been my season this year.
Which I mean, rightfully so because you're a brown belt. You're about to be a black belt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're
hopefully someday.
yeah. But
Someday.
you know, you're one step close. I mean, you're one belt.
Yeah.
You're one belt away.
It's crazy.
And it's the craziest thing, and like I've heard this from a really really great black belt, and he was telling me like I was asking him about like how the different stages of color belts should mean to people, and for him he was like, as a brown belt, you're a black belt at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that you need to do is now I just need to see your coaching skills,
Yeah.
and how you carry yourself around my gym.
Yeah.
Like, how do you carry yourself
Yeah.
around here?
Right.
It's not about your skill at that point.
Yeah.
Your skill has already been proven in the previous belts that you've had.
Right.
This is now, let me see your integrity.
Yeah, it's really crazy that you're saying that because like that is almost how I have felt coming into this year.
Oof.
Like,
Wow.
I was just having this conversation with Jess the other day too, because I told Jess I was like, I'm like in my own heart,
Yeah.
because I still need those people to talk to too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even though I'm trying to be that with my life coaching,
Yeah.
really helping people walk through stuff. I still need to walk through stuff too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have people that I know I can talk to and that I really enjoy talking to and that I trust, safe
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And I told Jess, I was just like, I'm really like, I'm in this season right now where coaching has been really important to me. And I said, but I'm so like, I was so bummed that I didn't get anybody for nationals. Like I really was.
Yeah.
I registered for the Open, San Diego Open and the San Antonio Open, and I was like, if I get somebody, I'll go.
Yeah.
It'll be good for Worlds or good for the Open or good
Yeah.
for nationals or whatever. And then I told Jess, I was like, so I don't know. I'm like, now I feel like I'm in this really bad funk because now I'm like, I don't really know if I really even want to compete in the next 5-6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but remember, this was so good that she said this. She's like, but remember, because I told her, I said, when I did 24 Worlds,
Yep.
and I did 25 Pans,
Yep.
I was like, I am so ready to compete finally. I felt so good. I was so confident. I was training so hard. And Jess is like, but she's like, you got to remember, she's like, when you signed up, she's like, you actually had people. So you had something to look, you know what I mean? Like you had a mission to look forward to. You knew you were fighting.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that kind of makes sense because then since I didn't get anybody for San Diego or San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
I got kind of frustrated.
Yep.
And I was like, God, I am killing myself 3 days a week right now, training, trying to be ready.
Yep.
And then, I signed up early for nationals trying to give myself the opportunity to get somebody.
Yeah.
and I didn't. And then I was just like, bleh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's why I was telling her that. And she's like, it probably just has a lot to do with the fact that you actually had somebody for Worlds and you had somebody for Pans. So you knew you had an end goal there,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, I think what I have a new mindset for Worlds this year. And I
Mhm.
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign up as early as I can,
Yeah.
probably the next couple, well, as soon as it opens. I don't even know if it's open yet or not. But as soon as it opens, I'll sign up. And then I'm just going to let it go and I'm just going to train.
Yeah.
And then I'll look maybe a month out.
Yeah.
Because if I feel like if I look any sooner than that, I just get discouraged, and I
Yes.
can't do that because I got to lead by example, right?
Yes. Yes. But
Um,
I love what you just said right there at the very end. You got to lead from example because
yeah,
what if, because you and I are very spiritual people and very in tune. What if that is kind of where God's purpose is
I
for you?
know, and that's what I've been
Where
thinking
he's
about too.
like, hey,
Hey,
listen,
listen,
I know you want to be fighting right now, but
yeah,
this part in your life, I need you to be a coach. And then you got to ask your question and like, well, why are you having me train inside the gym all day?
yeah,
And then it goes back to what you're just saying right here in the very end, because you have to lead by example.
yeah,
I need to see you there. I need to see you lead from the front,
yeah.
regardless if you don't have anybody. And I'm seeing you there being coached because
Um,
you motivate people. You legit
I
motivate people.
appreciate that.
And so when my coach is in here grinding with me
Yeah.
and seeing them literally train like they have someone in their bracket,
Mhm.
and then to just see her in my corner,
Mhm.
why wouldn't I get fired up?
Yeah.
Because this person has now been in sync with me on the mat throughout this my entire journey leading up to this tournament.
Yeah.
So any verbiage that she says or anything of the sort, we're right here
Yeah.
together because we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And Jess said that too. She was like, well, Jess and I kind of said it at the same time because we were both like, maybe this is just not where God wants you to be right now.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I told her, I'm like, I'm just going to let go and I'm just going to train for Worlds now. And she was like, yeah, she's like, just do that. And
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her, by the way. She did a really good job at Nationals.
I know.
Merv did a great job. Everybody was doing really
Everyone
good.
did
I think
great.
anytime you just get on the mat, I used to fight Sean about it all the time. And he would be like, you have to understand you're coming up through the ranks. You know, he's like, I'm not saying that like competing is the only thing. He's like, but when you start, because when I was purple belt,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
it was an understanding with him and I 1000% respected that. I just couldn't do it on his time. I had to do it on my time
Yep.
because I was trying to finish college.
Yep.
I had everything was kind of coming in and starting and all that other kind of stuff, and felt like I was barely hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
And then I got super hungry to compete. It was almost like I got done with college.
Yeah.
And then, because in my mind, I kept saying to myself, as soon as I'm done with school,
Yeah.
I can start competing again.
Yeah.
1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, every 2 months. If I can do 1 or 2 a year, I think that is a good commitment to myself, and it's a good commitment to my jiu-jitsu, and it's a good commitment to my community,
Your team.
my team.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really, really
And it
is.
helps you be a better coach when you compete.
Yes, because you are there. Like, man, you don't know how many times you see someone like being off the mat.
Yeah.
You're pretty much being outdated. You're not.
Yeah.
You do not know.
Yeah.
Because an armbar today is not an armbar from
No.
2006.
Or is it set up the same way or finished the same way?
No.
Right.
And so, like, you see coaches who have never really competed in so long, if at all,
Yeah.
trying to show these kids how to like train an armbar, let alone any sort of technique
Right.
that is updated right now.
Right.
If you've never competed, you don't know what's out there right now.
Yeah. And I think that I used to also have this mentality that you never had to compete
Yeah,
when I was coming up.
that makes sense.
And I think it was just because that was my own barrier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think absolutely now,
Yeah.
everybody should at least try it one time.
Yeah,
One time.
100%,
Because it pushes you.
it pushes you.
Yeah.
It pushes you. As far as for technique wise, though, man, it's really necessary. It's very
Oh,
necessary
yeah,
because I
for sure.
remember 2014, the new hot submission was the bow and arrow.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And like no one could really get out of it.
Right.
And once when
Right.
you get the bow and arrow, that's it.
Mhm.
And then everyone was trying to see what the counter was for the bow and arrow or how to escape it. And then flash forward to like recent years, the bow and arrow was literally all you had to do is grab the person's elbow and
Elbow
just
and
push it down, and that was it. I'm just like, what
mind
in the
blown.
world?
Mind blown.
That was
I know.
that was a defense for a bow and
Right,
arrow.
right. I know sometimes, like, if when I'm training and like Gabriel or Sean will show something, and then I'll be like, "Where have you guys been like the last 11 years of my life? Why didn't I know that?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When it seems so simple.
yeah,
So, like this week, Gabriel asked me to teach 5 a.m. Thursday and Friday morning.
nice.
So I did, and so I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to blow their minds
Oh,
with the stuff that I learned from
yes,
Gabriel and Sean, you know?"
yep, yep, yep,
And so I set them up to be like, okay, person on bottom's playing open guard.
yep.
Person on top, you're just trying to pass, right? But you had to start in open guard on your back, okay? Feet up,
Ooh,
okay?
okay.
And so they were, oh my God, just dripping sweat and blah, just trying to pass. And in my mind, I was like, God, that I have been there so many times.
Yeah,
And then I went over to them. I'm like, okay, so person up top, the only parameter I gave you was that you just needed to pass, right? That was the only parameter I
yeah,
gave you.
yeah.
And then I leaned in, grabbed the collar and the pant leg and sat him up and passed. And all three of them looked at me and they were like, what? And I'm like, I've been there. Like, I've been there. I'm like, and you guys are trying to run in and
Trying to baseball slide.
everything, you know. And I remember the night, Sean, I remember that night clearly.
Yeah,
And he was said the same thing. And he was like, stop trying to blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
when you can get in and sit him up and then pass. And you get so fixated.
Yes,
You're like,
yes.
okay, my goal is to pass. My goal is to pass. I don't think about, oh my God, I can reach in, sit them up, and now make my pass easier, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it was just crazy. And then just to be on the opposite side of that mind blowing moment
Yes.
this time, you know, because when I
Yes.
looked at them, I'm like, hey, don't worry, I felt stupid too. And they started laughing so hard. And then it was really cool to see them coming in, sitting them up, passing, and all that. So that has been the season. This 2026, that's been the season. It's
Have you
really
been
cool.
loving it, by the
Loving
way?
it.
Oh,
Loving it. Yeah.
yeah.
Loving it.
Because as a competitor, I know how much you love jujitsu.
Yeah.
But now as like you stepping into a role as like an example, let alone a coach,
Mhm.
like how does that really feel?
Yeah. I mean, so oh God, this is gonna be really hard to like get out, but I think it's just worth it. It's worth it to say it because then, you know, people know. But like, so when I started going through everything, you know, and I was really withdrawing, um, I started feeling like I just wasn't a part of anything anymore with my jujitsu.
Mm,
I felt just really alone. I felt so isolated. I felt like I wasn't helping anybody. I felt like I wasn't coaching at all because I could not even bear to I could barely get myself to the gym.
yeah.
I could barely get out of my car and go in and get on the mat because I was so feeling so miserable. And like I shared with you, I had nights where I was getting my ass kicked
Mm,
and I was a purple belt. And that was so humbling
yeah.
because I just I lost like all my strength. You know what I mean? Not like all my strength, but I just wasn't strong
Yes. Yep.
anymore.
Yep.
Mentally, physically, it was horrible. And I just felt like every time I was going into the gym, I was doing everybody a disservice by being there.
Yeah.
And nobody knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I say, you work through it, and that's why I like weaving in the mental health. That's why I'm so passionate about how your make sure I say this the right way, how jujitsu helps your mental wellness respond
Yeah.
in certain circumstances,
Yeah.
right? Because if you don't feel healthy,
Yeah.
I can't pretend to be healthy to somebody else, although I was.
Yeah.
And if I went back, I would have never done that again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to pretend. I probably would have just been way more vocal than I am even now. I'm gonna talk about it anytime listen.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
I will talk about it with anybody that wants to listen to me right now.
Yeah.
And even if you don't want to listen to me, I will still tell you. Because it's so important.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's so important.
And
Mm-mm-mm.
it's opening up like that really, really helps you um even if you don't find the solution right then and there.
Well, because you can't be a good coach if you're hiding that stuff.
Oh wow,
You can't.
wow,
I mean, if I have the, like, especially like with like Zamira, Olivia, Chloe, Hayden, all the young girls
yeah,
right now, right? And even Rach and Jess and Emily and Christina and Aubrey and all the girls,
yeah,
right? I cannot be on that mat and pretend to be somebody I am not. I did do that for a while and I just couldn't do it anymore.
yeah.
I just couldn't do it anymore. I would put on this, I feel great, and I would go in and I would train and I was miserable.
Wow.
So why would I want to coach being miserable?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So I just withdrew.
Yeah.
And it was really hard.
Yeah.
And then I was watching other girls, you know, be there, be I don't want to say the word be alone, but like, I would come in and I would be like, oh, I really should be helping that person, or I really should be helping the group or whatever. And I just didn't want to because I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And now, in this last year,
Yeah.
that's all I want to do is coach and be and love
Yeah.
and give. And,
Yeah.
But the reason is because I've been able to take care of myself and heal my own self.
Wow.
Right.
The understanding of you knowing, like, man, I want to do this, but I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now. Why can I not do this? Oh, it's because I have to take care of myself first.
Yeah. And that was really, really hard because I'm a very servant leader.
Yep.
I always try to put everybody before myself. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to take care of myself. And that way, everybody else around me is going to get a better version.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And I still have days where I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But
those days are few.
Those days are few now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so that's why I say, like, coaching, that's what God has wanted me to do this year. I can feel it.
Yes.
I can feel it because I've been able to be at almost every single Jiu-Jitsu World League this year.
Yeah.
And the in-houses.
How you know that you're walking the right path, at least for myself, is when I have this question, am I supposed to be doing this? I do it anyways. And then I just feel like this weight lift off of me and this joy just fills everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be
you're supposed to be doing it. You can feel it,
like,
right?
oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
it.
you can
That's
feel
what
it.
you've been doing. I have it.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially when I've got text messages coming in from the younger girls about what mat they're going to be on and where am I at. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm going to be there. I promise I'll be right there. I'll be right there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that has meant a lot to me to be
Yeah.
able to be that pillar.
Yeah.
To be the pillar of strength.
Ooh.
To be able to lay my hands on their shoulders before they go out with a fight and be like, you've got this.
Yeah.
You've worked hard. So it doesn't matter what happens out here.
Yeah.
Right. And just to watch them be like,
yes.
you know what I mean? Let go.
Yeah.
I need to be better about getting my yoga in for the kids before they go out there. Shandy had invited me to do yoga for the kids before Jiu-Jitsu World League earlier this year. And I went in and I did that like during the week, leading up to the weekend.
Yep.
And that seemed to help the kids a lot. Hayden told me, she was like, that helped me a lot.
Wow.
So I need to do that again. I promise Shandy would get back to doing that.
These kids don't understand, and they will eventually once when they become adults.
Yeah,
but if they can learn sooner, that would be great. Grounding.
It
Grounding is
early.
a huge thing, man. Like how many times our head is above the clouds?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
we need that help to bring us back down. It's
and
crazy.
Until you're like the age of like, I want to say like 12, 13, 14 years old, your parents are the ones that are supposed to be helping to shape and mold you. And
wow.
And listen, being a parent is the hardest job.
Yes.
In the world.
Yeah.
It really is, because you are responsible for shaping an individual.
Yeah. And it's hard because of the fact that like one day you want to be their friend, one day you want to be this person, but you have to say at the end of the day that you are kind of their guiding light throughout this universe.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
And you have to like the way that you move in this universe, or the way that you move around on this earth, is essentially how they move as well.
Yeah, right. For sure.
I can tell my son, or I can tell my kids how they should be doing it, but at the end of the day, they're gonna watch how I move.
Yeah.
And that's the way that they're gonna be doing it.
Right, absolutely.
And that's essentially where it's at.
And I really try to take like I take coaching really seriously.
Yes.
I mean, not like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm saying like I'm very passionate about being a coach.
Yeah.
But I take it very seriously because are you really are helping to shape and mold I love working with the young kids.
Yeah.
The young adults is what I would
Yes.
say,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And it's really good. Like I said, it's really good to see that next level of confidence and to be able to see their growth and everything. But just in order to be a good coach, you have to have self-awareness. And
Yes.
you have to know when you can and cannot coach. So if I have a an evening or a day or whatever where I am not in the right mindset to coach, I'm going to train,
Yeah.
but I'm going to probably keep my mouth shut and not coach as much just because that's my heart's not in the right place. So if my heart's not in the right place, I have to recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The fact that you listen to that.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Yeah, but some people don't.
No, I know. Yeah,
Some people don't,
yeah,
and I mean, the IQ, is it the IQ, spiritual IQ, I guess you should say, right? The intuition that you have
sure.
to know, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
am gonna step back
yeah,
from this.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it's, yeah, sometimes,
And that can even me with training now too. I do listen to myself, so I stay committed. My 3 days a week is pretty. I'm usually pretty good with that.
always, 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 always.
But I've had, I mean, there was a week or two ago where I think I had already trained 2 days and I just was not feeling my third day at all. And I was like, if I go tonight, and I was so tired, and I have, I have and always do say, even on your most tired night, still go train.
Mm.
But something was telling me that night,
Oh, wow.
do not go train tonight.
Yeah.
And I was in bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
It'd been a really hard day for me. I just was like, I've been having these days where like, dizzy spells are kind of come and go, just with the whole hormone
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
or whatever. And then I just don't really feel so great,
Yeah.
or I just have had one of those days
Yes.
where I just don't feel so great,
Yeah.
and I I I try to push myself to go
Yeah.
even on those days, but that particular day, I was almost like God was like, "You need to go to bed."
Wow.
So I ate dinner, did some stuff around the house, and I went to bed. I was in bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock that night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I felt great the next day, and then I was back to training. You know what I mean? You have to listen though.
Yes, you do. You really have to listen. And like, I love that we're talking about mat etiquette right now and everything else
Oh yeah, I
because
can't wait to talk about
yeah.
this.
Well, I mean, dude, we're already talking about
Pretty
it, but
much,
yeah,
yeah,
we're
pretty
pretty much
much.
talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because like a lot of the things that happen on top inside the mat tends to need to like be corrected before you step into those doors.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing. But I mean, if you think about it, your demeanor and your behavior shows up on the mat with you. And so, what I mean by that is there is nothing that irritates me more than when Sean or Gabriel are showing us technique for the evening and somebody is lying on their side or lying on their belly or lying on their back or are like, like this or
That
like
yes.
leaning up against the mats or
Yeah.
just whatever, right? I don't
Yes.
even know what this was because I don't do this. Do you do this?
No, but you know what? Someone out there
Someone
is.
out there does that.
Someone out there is legit doing gang signs and poses.
That boils my blood. Do you want to know why? Because you are on the mat for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Hour and 45 minutes.
Yes.
To learn and be respectful to an individual.
Yes.
That has put in years. Because they're not wearing those black belts for nothing.
They didn't get it on Amazon, I can tell you that much, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So if you come into the gym,
Yeah.
you sit attentively.
Yes.
You listen. You be respectful.
Yes.
You turn away when you tie your belt.
Let's hit a pin right there. That right there.
It's bad. I cannot stand it.
What's going on?
I know.
Did we forget? Do we need to remember this?
I think we need a fundamentals for fundamentals.
Yes. It's just so crazy.
Yeah.
I film on the mat a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to cut great moments out because you see someone in the background, legit, as Sean is doing an instruction, tying their belt. I'm like, what's going on here?
And some of the upper belts do that too.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Do we
know.
need a
I
reminder?
know.
What's
I
going
know.
on
I
here?
know.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I get it. I get that our hips are bad right now. I get that, like,
Bro, it takes 2 seconds to turn around and tie your belt
I-
away from your professor.
yes.
Right?
The I get if you can't fold your legs.
But you
Okay.
can still sit.
Yeah,
Right.
you can still sit.
Yeah.
But like the laying on the ground, the laying on your
No.
side,
No.
the pointing your feet
No.
like that towards your
Yeah,
professors.
no.
Like,
No.
what's going on here?
No. I either stand or I sit crisscross applesauce. That's
Yeah.
how I sit. But I will, okay, so in my defense though, like most of the time I do stand because my knees are so bad. Like even sitting like this hurts.
Yes.
So most of the time I stand.
Yes.
But like that stuff seriously drives me absolutely insane. 1000%. Because I think in my mind, I'm like, you know, if you put yourself in a black belt's position,
Yeah.
or from a black belt's perspective, from an instructor's or a professor, I mean, they have earned that right. They
Yes.
have earned the fact for you to be respectful when you
Yes.
come in. And the other thing is when you do that kind of stuff, people are watching that. Obviously, you and I see it, right?
All the time.
But then again, you have to lead by example, especially those of us who are upper belts.
Yeah.
Go back to could you imagine doing that 15 years ago to like a Gracie or to Megaton or
Nope.
to any of them?
Nope. Nope.
You
No.
probably would be kicked out.
100%. I remember someone getting kicked out because they did not tie their belt.
Yeah.
I mean, turning their back and
Sure.
tying their. I
Mhm.
remember
Mhm.
that. I remember like that, dude. You can't be doing that. That's not.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And Sean and Gabriel usually are pretty good to not like, say anything or whatever, but sometimes I can see it. Sometimes I can be like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
why are you doing that?"
I feel like though, and I'm thankful that you mentioned them. Like, I feel like as a coach,
Yeah.
as the black belt, I
Yeah.
shouldn't tell you.
But some professors will say, you don't thank you for doing that, but you don't got to do that. Tractor does that with me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'll turn away from him. Like I was training with him. I don't know. I went down to see him at Megatons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
To go down and train with him one morning. Because I hadn't been to Megatons gym yet, so I
Yeah.
wanted to see that and everything. And that
Yeah.
was really cool. But so I went down and trained with him. This was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he was trying to talk to me, and I was like. In my mind, I'm like, stop trying to talk to me because I have to turn away and tie my belt.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, he's like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, I appreciate you being respectful, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But until a professor says that to you, you turn away and tie your belt.
100%.
That is respect.
Yeah, it's
Right.
respect. In the middle of an instruction, I am 10 minutes late, and I
Oh,
just step on the mat,
No,
and I
no,
just
no.
walk
Yeah, I just
straight
walk
in.
straight. Yeah, no,
My belt's not even tied. I tie it
No.
on the mat as I'm walking
no,
in the middle of an instruction.
no.
Come
I
on.
know. I know. And so, but okay, so if, what we have to remember is there are just a lot of people that don't know that. So that's why I say it maybe it's like we have to do a fundamentals for a fundamentals or
Fundamentals.
something. I don't know, right? Or give everybody a white belt until they figure it out. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so let's take it a step further.
Yeah.
Situational mat awareness is a really big thing for me right now because I
Okay.
know that we have tons of kids and I know that we have all the guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I usually am completely fine if somebody's rolling into me or we're doing whatever,
Yeah.
right? But by the second or third time that you've done that to me and I'm a brown belt and I've earned the right to stay where I'm at,
Yes.
you got to know that too.
Yeah.
Like if I was to roll and I accidentally rolled into Sean or to Gabriel
Yeah.
or to Ben or to Vince, I
Yes.
will move myself out of the way
1000%.
because all of them
Yeah.
have black belts.
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah.
I haven't earned that yet.
No.
I'm going to move myself out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that is a really big one that really, for some reason, triggers me. And I don't know why it is. Because usually I'm pretty good about it. Usually I'm just like, okay, cool. But by the second or third time, if it's the same people that are doing it,
Yeah.
it's like, you got to have some situational awareness and you just got to move out of the way. You
Yeah.
got to be respectful to your upper belts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
No. And like I said, normally I'm not like that. The other one
Yes.
is when an upper belt asks a lower belt to roll and the lower belt says no,
No.
and goes someplace else, I'm like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
But again, maybe they just don't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know that.
No. When an upper belt
Could you
tells
imagine? Could you imagine?
No.
Like Sean or Gabriel asking, and I don't even know what would happen.
No, it's crazy. I remember, man, that right there is just like, one, if an upper belt is telling you to roll, asking you to roll, it's a rhetorical question.
It's not even
Right?
like.
Yes. And then on that flip side,
Yeah.
and I've seen this. I've seen this.
Uh-oh.
A white belt asking not even asking a black belt, not asking,
Oh no.
telling a black belt to come and roll with them.
No way.
I've seen it.
Oh,
I've seen it.
my God.
I wouldn't.
my
I don't want to say anyone's names over here, but I will say, and this black belt will absolutely know what I'm talking about
Oh,
when
no.
he legit did a helicopter move on this white belt. Like legit, like this white belt legit did like a helicopter.
my
He just
God.
spun him, and I'm just like,
Oh, my-
you
I
should have
should
never,
never.
you should have never said that. And then,
Oh,
so,
no. Oh, my God.
yeah. Needless to say, that white belt found out.
Yeah, right.
And that white belt is now, I believe, a purple belt now. I think he's a purple. I think he's a purple belt for us now.
Oh,
And
no.
so, yeah.
Oh, my God. And listen, at the end of the day, like, I love everybody at the gym.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whoever watches this from the gym, this is nothing I will hold back. People
Yeah.
know how I am. I'm super
100%.
transparent, right?
Yeah.
And I usually I don't try to pull my rank with people or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, let's be real. If an upper belt asks you to roll and you are a lower belt, you do not say, no, I'm rolling with somebody else if they're like equivalent or a lower belt, right?
Yes.
You roll with your upper belt. That's a respect thing.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
I mean, shoot, if somebody, even Savannah and I are both brown belts.
Yes.
But if Savannah asked me to roll and I was getting ready to roll with somebody else, I would stop and roll with Savannah.
100%.
Because she is my equal, right?
Yes.
I would stop and roll with her.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I think if we get back to, your discipline and your respect
Yeah.
that you practice on the mat
Yes.
is stuff that you can practice in your life offside the mat.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's respecting your elders.
Yep.
Right? Respecting your family.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. I mean, it just goes hand in hand.
What is the top 3 things as a white belt or as somebody that doesn't know proper mat etiquette that I should know right now?
Wash your gi.
Oh. How do you not smell your gi?
Bro, if I have to hold my nose rolling with you, there is a problem. Or if your gi looks like Circle K when you come in, what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
And that's another respect thing too. If you come in with a dirty ass looking gi,
Yes.
do you know how disrespectful that is
Yeah.
to everybody on the mat?
Yes.
Not only to your professor, but to everybody on the mat.
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's another big one.
Yep.
I see somebody in a dirty gi, I'm like, mm-mm.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
I just think that that's terrible because you got to wash your gi.
Yes.
Right? Now, here's the other thing. If we're being human beings.
Yeah.
If there's anybody in our gym that needs a new gi, come see me. I will buy you a gi.
Why
I will do
not?
that.
But not even that. Not even buying. Like, dude,
I have
the
a
color.
few
I was about to say,
I'll give you a gi.
color belts
Yeah.
are the best.
I'll give you
when
a
it
gi.
comes to like, hey,
Yeah.
do you have an extra gi?
Yeah, but a lot of people aren't going to be like, hey, buy the, you know what I mean? But like, if
You
you guys
shouldn't.
know anybody
Yeah.
that needs a gi, let me know. I'll give somebody a
100%.
gi, or I'll buy somebody a gi.
You can't, and like I know that jiu-jitsu is an investment. It's an
1000%.
investment.
1000%.
So if you can't really afford another gi,
yeah,
please by all means, there's a reason why this
Right.
is a community. Why it's
say
called
something.
a
Say
community.
something. Yeah, say something. I have a few extra gis. I would be more than happy to give you a gi or buy you a gi.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And
You need my credit card number.
David
has it on file.
Like, dude, it's just so it's so
Mm.
daunting to me to for people to not understand and not realize like this is legit what
Right.
you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Like, understand, like people such as yourself, you won't give me a bad looking gi. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
absolutely
Like
not. I don't
it,
have a bad looking gi because they've all been given to Goodwill or thrown
yeah,
away.
and like so, and the not to get all spiritual or anything, but the juju on that freaking
Sure.
gi, you're like it. I
Absolutely.
hope it rubs off of me. Like I
Absolutely. Yeah,
really
it's
hope.
armor of God is what I call it. I'm serious. As soon as I get inside that gi, I'm like, okay, God, I got your armor on. Let's
Yep.
go. You know what I
It's
mean?
like, man.
Yeah.
So everything that you've blood, sweat, and tears inside this gi, and now you're giving it to me. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this is on me now.
Yeah. So I would say that for sure.
Okay.
Cut your fingernails and your toenails, please. Listen, the last couple of weeks have had like strange, like almost like dragon nail bites in my legs. And I'm just like, where is this stuff coming from? And you don't notice it when you're rolling until you
Mm-mm.
get in the shower and you're like bleeding and you're like, why does that hurt so bad? Oh my God, what's that hole in my leg? You know what I mean? So cut your nails and cut your toenails. That's number two.
Yeah.
And then number three for me is just like I think all of that together. Just if you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if
Yes.
you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask that person to roll? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now listen, the other thing is too, like I if I have a lower belt that asks me to roll, I'm never gonna put them in their place right there. What I will say is this: I would love to roll with you. Just know next time let your upper belt ask you to roll.
Yes.
And that's a super great way to say it.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is like we can't sit here and say stuff and not help educate the people that are on the mat.
Yes.
Now, if I've told you and you do it again,
Yeah.
I will gladly roll with you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like, if we've told you, right,
Yep.
and you're just not paying attention to
Yep.
being respectful, then I think there's a different story there, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
There's definitely needs to be this thing because respect is definitely something that is really embedded in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Really embedded.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so then I'll ask you. So because you do spend so much time filming,
Yes.
what are some of the like? Do you have like the top three things that you see that are different from what I see?
Um. Yeah, the hanging on the mats, like the hanging around and everything of the sort. I really appreciate people. That's not a pet peeve, I guess I should
Yeah.
say.
Right.
I really appreciate people still wanting to be there.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like I remember back in the day. Once when class is done, class is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now after class is done, everyone still wants to kick it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone still wants to learn from each other.
Yeah.
I see other people still rolling because of
Yeah.
the fact that they want to learn this
Yeah, which is really
this
good.
technique
Yeah.
and everything of sort.
Yeah.
The other thing too that I really thank people at least in our gym specifically. I'm very thankful that people call Sean Coach Sean.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because Sean is a huge guy when it comes to like I don't want to be
He
called a
hates that,
profession,
right? He hates
a
it. Yeah.
professor. I don't
Yeah.
want to be called a professor,
Right.
bro.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's not, and like it's so hard, at least for me, when I introduce him and to people, um, to not call him such a hierarchy name like
Sure.
that.
Sure. Sure.
But like, I'm thankful that we at least get to call him Coach Sean.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, because every time he introduces himself, it's always Sean.
Yeah.
He never says Coach Sean.
I know.
He never says
Yeah.
Professor Sean
Yeah.
or anything of the sort.
I think in the 12 years, I mean, he cringes when you call him that.
Yeah, yeah. He's just
Yeah.
not. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful that people give him that respect, at least to like call him Coach
Yeah.
Sean,
Sure.
and that
Sure.
he created this environment with our coach staff to allow us to be called coaches.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the kids, Coach Haley, Coach
Yes.
Parker,
Mhm.
Coach Malachi.
Yep.
That's what I hear mostly is from the kids and everything, which is, I think that's great.
It catches people off guard when they come from another gym and then now
And
coming
that,
into our
right.
gym,
Yeah.
and they're like professor. I'm like, oh no,
Uh-huh.
they like to be called coaches.
Yeah.
Instead of professors here.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's us.
I think I would always remember him saying, now listen, if you call me Professor Sean, it's probably going to be only one time that you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would always cringe when people would say that.
Yes,
so.
dude.
Oh my gosh.
And then my last thing that I should say about like the things that I see on the mat, just the energy that the women bring in our jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah, we have so much fun on the mats. Oh my God, we have so much fun.
People do not understand, and if you're in jujitsu, you would understand. The ratio for females in jujitsu is normally 2 to 10.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Not at our gym.
Not at our gym.
Yeah,
It's a 40-60 split.
yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah.
dude.
I know. And like I said, some nights I've been there, or some 4 o'clock classes I'll be there, and the girls we outnumber the guys sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes we do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's so great
Yeah.
because Sean sees it. I see it.
Yeah.
Like we see how hard you girls work
The girls
to the
do.
point where we're looking at the guys like, bro, what the heck are you doing?
I don't know. You were not. You weren't back at the gym yet, but a couple of years ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
because I was moody as all get out when I started going into this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know how to. I was just like, why am I such a? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were training so hard one night, and the girls were killing it, and the guys. Sean was yelling at all of us,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, at the whole group,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then he was like, because a lot of the guys were sitting against the mat, and
Yep.
I'm not calling out anybody from the gym. I'm just saying this was what happened one night. So a lot of the guys were sitting against the wall, and all the girls were just drilling.
Wow.
And I lost my mind. I literally,
Oh.
oh, fireworks! I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. We'll got that on video.
Yeah.
And I was like, I came up and I was, hair was everywhere.
Yeah.
My gi was like half off, and I was literally started yelling at. Oh, I remember Rachel was on the mat next to me that one night. I started yelling at everybody on the mat. I was like, if you guys don't get your shit together, we're going to be here for the rest of the night, because I have been with Sean for like 10 years, I think it was at that time. And I know what he's going to do. He's going to keep making us do this until everybody's puking, or, whatever, right?
Yep.
Because I think there was a tournament or something that was coming up, or
Yep.
whatever it was. And it was legit like comp class that night.
Yeah.
And the guys were just dragging butt so bad. And it was penalizing the rest of
Everybody.
us.
Of course, it's a team.
And because I told Sean, I was like, can I say something really quick? And he was like, yeah. And I let go, because I just was like, and I remember Rachel looking at me. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, not really.
No.
Because I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to give up.
No.
But I was just like, come on, you guys, get your crap together. Let's go. So, yeah, I think, and then you have those nights where everybody is working so hard, and like you look around and you see everybody just sweating to death and whatever. And I love those nights too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the girls just work so hard.
Yeah.
Like so super hard.
Yep.
It's a really good group.
It's a really, really good group because like the determination that you females have on the mats is really second to none. And it really feels like you guys have something to prove.
Well, I think that also comes from being moms, careers,
Oof.
wives.
Yeah.
I mean, women just, I don't know. It's just, we're a different beast, right? And
Yeah.
I am not saying that I'm just saying, like, I do feel that way. I think probably women feel like maybe they do have something more to prove when they're on the mat. Like, hey, I'm not going to give up, right?
And it's not like I need to prove this to you right there. It's actually to myself.
Right. Absolutely. 1000%.
And I'm noticing that.
Yeah,
I'm
for
seeing
sure.
all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it comes back to the wellness part of everything, especially for the women.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, you don't have no sense of direction. Come to jiu-jitsu and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
See what happens. See what unfolds
Yeah.
once when you allow yourself to step on those mats.
Yeah, because I mean, the last thing that you want to do is work all day long, go to a 4 o'clock class, completely suck the whole time you're there, not put any effort in or anything like that. So when I go in there, I tell myself, I'm going to train my ass off. Now I have this different mentality again, too, because I got worlds to look forward to, right? I don't want to overdo it, but I'm just saying, like, and I think quite a few of the girls, we have worlds on our mind now, right? Nationals is done.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of like that mentality again of, okay, I got worlds to look forward to.
Yeah.
Now I've got some work to do.
Yeah.
Right. But I love that. And if you think about the mental health part of it,
Mm-hmm.
like I told you in our first episode,
Yeah.
my jujitsu is not what it used to be from a technical perspective. I still try to be very technical, but right now, and I know that this is gonna, I don't know. I just want to get choked up about it, but like right now, when I go in, it's can I pay attention?
Mm.
Can I do what Gabriel is showing me to do? Can I do what Sean's showing us to do?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get that? Can I show somebody else how to do that? That's what's so different for me now is because I do have this, like, I forget shit a lot.
Yeah.
I stumble with thinking about things, not knowing or knowing what I want to say, but it doesn't come out. And I know
Yeah.
it sounds really dumb, but it just happens as part of this. And so that's my journey right now. Is literally when I go in, I get nervous watching them do something, feeling like I'm not going to be able to remember it. And that's just part of this right now, right? Like my short-term memory is really bad, like really, really bad. There's barely any. But that's my challenge right now. It's literally when I go in, can I remember what I learned the day before?
Yeah.
Can I drill it? Can I teach somebody else that?
Yeah.
That's what I ask myself. Because if I can't teach somebody else in that, I something's going on for me that night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then those are the nights where you have to put your pride away.
Yes.
You have to be humble and you have to accept that you're not going to have a good night every single night.
Yeah.
You just aren't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the mental part of it right there. That's the mental health part of jiu-jitsu for me right now. And I'm sure that there are other people that feel that way.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's definitely something. Any final words for today?
I mean, I think this is just super great. I think it's a vulnerable place to be in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really important for us to continue to talk about this because I know we still have a whole lot of stuff to unpack.
Yes.
And most importantly, I just really want everybody to know that, when you put your toes on the mat, just try to be a better version of yourself than you were the night before. And if you do, great. And if you don't, you still be okay with that. But just try to challenge yourself to be a better version. And, with my life coaching too, I definitely want to continually make a plug for that. Like, I don't want people feeling alone.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people feel like they're alone.
Yeah.
And I am here to help people walk through, women or men. I mean, a lot of the girls obviously have been able to go with me on the journey and talk about it, whatever. But
Yeah.
just always remember that it is okay to not be okay, but you have to do something about that.
Mm.
You have to be able to listen. You have to be able to love yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be able to heal yourself. And if I can be the one to help people do that, please reach out to me. You guys call me, text me, DM me, whatever it is, or at least reach out to somebody so that you can get yourself to where you need to be, because everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be healthy mentally and physically. And when you can put all of that together and take it into the mat and learn from the mat, learn stuff on the mat that you can take off the mat, it's a gift. Yeah. It really is, for sure.
Thank you guys so very much for joining us today. Thank you so very much for joining us on episode 2.
Episode 2 of Just for the Jits of It.
Oh,
I love you.
I love you too.